The Big Mix. 16 general knowledge questions. We start relatively easy and then we slowly notch up until we get to the harder questions at the end. Now, let me explain for the benefit of the people on the digital answer pack. I've done something a little bit different tonight, which I hope you're going to like, because we'll see. Okay, so all you need to do is press the letter that is the first letter of the answer. Now, I found in previous weeks when we've been doing sort of multiple choice questions, it's quite difficult for me to sort of make those options, because in a lot of the time it just leads you towards one thing. So this is still multiple choice, which means you don't have to worry about case sensitivity or spelling or anything like that, but it's still multiple choice. So you've got a 1 in 26 answer, a chance of getting the answer, even if you don't know. So for those of you on the digital answer pack, just press the first letter of the answer. I hope that makes sense. For those of you not using digital answer pack, don't worry. Just say it in your head or write the answer down. So, question number 1. What colour jersey is worn by the overall leader of the Tour de France? So, what colour jersey is worn by the overall leader of the Tour de France? JF, you're a little bit late to be on it. Like, you're very, very welcome, but a little bit late. Don't worry. Just write your answers down and then check out the website later on. Let's go to question number 2. A sphinx, love that word, sphinx, has the body of which animal? The sphinx has the body of which animal? No, you're right, JF. It wasn't like that 2 weeks ago, but there were so many like bot spam things that were going through that I had to make a membership thing. I'm sorry. Okay, question number 3. Which country does Portugal border? Come on. Nice, easy one. Look at that gorgeous, gorgeous photo as well. So which country does Portugal border? Try question number 4. What is the first event in a standard triathlon? So the triathlon, 3 events, they always go one to the other, but what's the first? And for those of you using the digital answer pack, what's the first letter of the first event in a standard triathlon? Okay, let's have a go with question number 5. In Greek mythology, who supported the heavens on his shoulders? So Greek mythology, who supported the heavens on his shoulders? In fact, if you look very, very closely at that image on the left-hand side, you will see the person. But who is that person? What's that person's name? I feel like, am I going at a decent rate? I feel like you've all gone quiet on comments, which means that you're sort of like deep into it. That's good. It's almost like, it's quite weird. Oh, hang on. Let me do the next question. I'll explain a little bit more. So question number 6. Which American state has a name that ends in 3 vowels? So it's just, the name of the state ends in 3 vowels. Which one is it? That's all for my international friends. You'll know that one, of course. Yeah, as I was going to say, it's quite interesting because normally a physical quiz, I listen to the volume level of what people are talking about. When the volume sort of starts to go up, I know you're talking about irrelevant stuff and you're not really like keeping stuff secret. And so I ask the next question. Here, I just see that everything goes silent on the chat. And so nobody's talking, which means you're probably talking about the question. Here we go. Oh, yes, there we go. Good face. Thank you very much. Thanks, Nina. Okay, question number 7. What colour is the number 10 on the door of 10 Downing Street? So, I mean, this is sort of technically multiple choice, really, isn't it? There's only a few options. I mean, it's not aquamarine, put it that way. But what one is it? There's a few that you could decide from. So, what colour is the number 10 on the door of 10 Downing Street? Okay, let's go to question number 8. If you were leapfrogging, walking the dog, or going around the world, what would you be using? So sort of glossary terms here. So leapfrogging, walking the dog, or going around the world, what would you be using? Oh, Roy, you and your nests. Let it go, let it go. But keep doing it because it still makes me laugh. Okay, let's try question number 9. In the board game Risk, which you've all heard of, not necessarily played, but you've all heard of, what colour is Europe? So if you look at that, the board that it's on, different sections of the world are different colours. So what colour is the European section? Oh, Splom! Oh my God! Welcome, welcome. God, I've seen you for ages. Welcome. my rendition of Frozen. It's a once in a lifetime opportunity. I'm afraid. Let's get. Right, here's number 10. Out of all of the animals in the Chinese horoscope, which one comes last alphabetically? Or if you're using the digital answer pack, what is the first letter of the Chinese horoscope that comes last alphabetically? So work backwards. Work backwards from Z. Is there one that starts with Z? Is there one that starts with Y? Go back until you think you can find one. Okay, I think we should move on to question number 11. I was hoping that We Pie Hard would be here tonight. I'm not sure they are, but this is for you. So number 11, the interior angles of which regular polygon add up to 720. They'll just get it like that. I mean, I say it's for them. It's not really for them, but it's like in honour of We Pie Hard. So the interior angles of which regular polygon, I love saying questions like that, add up to 720. Just what's the name? Or digital answer back wise, what's the first letter of the name of the regular polygon? Okay, let's go on to question number 12 now, into the animal kingdom for this one. If cats are feline, we all know that. Dogs are canine, we all know that. What are sheep? What are sheep? So if the cats are feline, the dogs are canine, what are sheep? Yay! Hi, Steph. Is everyone there? Or are you video chatting, or is it just you? Let's go on to 13. Back to the States. What is America's oldest still active automotive manufacturer? I wanted to do this as like the world's oldest still active automotive manufacturer, but I couldn't yet. And just doing the research, it became a minefield, and I was like, nah, I just can't categorically say that. But I can categorically tell you which is America's oldest still active automotive manufacturer. It was founded in 1903. 1903. So which one do you reckon it was? This image, potentially, I mean, it's not really any clue. It's just an old car in America. Hi, Pie. I like that. It just tickles me. Okay, are we ready for number 14? You're going to get recaps of the questions at the end. I've got a little bit of music to accompany it as well. But anyway, let's go number 14. What name is given to a matador that rides on horseback? Okay, so you know, you have your matadors that are running around, but then there's matadors like this chap that's not running around. He's benefiting with the horse. But what is the name given to a matador on horseback? Other than cruel bastard. Tough question that, so let's just move on. You got, you know, like I say, if you've got the digital answer pack, and even if you're writing it down on paper, technically the most you need to do is just write down the first letter of the answer. So just write down any letter. Okay, penultimate question, number 15. What is the only word in the English language that ends in MT? I feel like I almost constantly ask that question. I think I just really, really like that question. So what is the only word in the English language that ends in MT? There are some really weird words that technically don't even really exist as words that end in MT. There are two words, however, that do. One of them is just a lot more obvious than the other, but both the most obvious and the lesser obvious one both start with the same letter. So you're absolutely fine. When do I speak? I just don't even know. Oh, is that your kids, Andrew, that are doing it? 11 and 8. Hi, Andrew's kids. Welcome along. That is brilliant, John. Mawamp. No, it's not. I'm pretty. That is a word. It's just one of those words that I said doesn't really exist. Okay, let's do the final question before we completely lose it. A canton, a halyard, and field are three of the component parts of which item? So this item is made up of more than three, but three of them is a canton, a halyard, and a field. So what do you reckon the item is? It's absolutely great. So keep calm. It's answer time. Let's go with Big Mix Bingo, and I'm going to be able to give you feedback as to what your percentage was. So Big Mix Bingo. Oh, come on. There we go. The colour of jersey that is worn by the overall leader of the Tour de France. 100% of you said why. I'm assuming that was yellow, of course, and yellow is the correct answer. There we go, yellow. Let's get that out of the way. Okay. Question number 2. A sphinx has the body of which animal? 69% of you said L. 31% said C. The answer is lion. So that would be the 69%. But what was the 30? Is that like cheetah? Maybe it was cheetah. I don't know. But you weren't right. Which country does Portugal border? 100% of you said S, which was Spain. Number 4. What is the first event in the standard triathlon? 90% of you said S for swimming. Swimming was the correct answer. The biggest, after other weirdness, 7% of you said R, which I think you meant was running, but no, it starts with the swimming. Are you enjoying these stats, by the way? I hope you are, because I was rushing off my tits to bring these to you. Let's go to number 5. In Greek mythology, who supported the heaven on his shoulders? So 83% of you said A, which was Atlas. There was 10% that said H. I think H, you meant Hercules, but no. It was Atlas. Number 6. Come on, why is the computer so slow now? You've done me so proud. Come on. The American state that has a name that ends in 3 vowels. 93% of you said H, which was Hawaii. The other 7% of you just did a random selection of letters. Number 7. This is great. I love this one. So the colour of the number 10 on the door of 10 Downing Street. So like I said, it was like there was only a small selection of things you could have. 43%, only 43% of you said W, which was for white. W for white. There was 26% of you that said S, which I'm assuming was for silver. And the rest of you just randomly chose. On to the... I have to say, I love giving out these stats, actually. Now I'm really getting into it. Bingo! Let's go to... Oh, no, sorry. I'm getting ahead of myself. Right. Okay, if you were leapfrogging, walking the dog, or going around the world, what would you be using? 96% of you said yo-yo. It was the yo-yo. Incidentally, the earliest version of the yo-yo, they were actually like a hunting tool where you'd be in a tree and there'd be animals passing underneath you, and you would throw the rock down to hit them in the head, sort of, stun them at least, kill them, and then pick it up. So anyway, let's move on. Number 9, in the board game Risk, what colour was Europe? Let me have a look. 50% of you, only half of you, correctly said the answer was blue. The next one, other than just weirdness of all of them, 13% said G, which I think is green. Green. I would assume it is what you thought was green. On to the animals, the Chinese horoscope. So which one comes last alphabetically? I'm going to give them to you last alphabetically. You've got boar, dog, dragon, horse, monkey, ox, rabbit, ram, rooster, snake, tiger. Tiger was your last one. Only 55% of you said tiger. 31% said something beginning with S. You went with snake. You must have gone with snake. So 55% got the right answer. 31% of you went with snake. Oh, and there, just to clarify, the answer is snake. On to wee pie heart. The internal angles of which regular polygon add up to 720. 73% of you said hexagon. There was a 13% of you, other than the randomness. The next one was 13% that said O, which I think you were saying octagon. So, come on. You're close, but there's no cigar. On to the sheep then. This was an interesting one. So what is the sheep if it's feline, canine? 60% of you said O for ovine. Ovine was the right answer. The next one below that was 16% of you that said B, which I think was maybe bovine, but that's for cows. I'm not cussing you in any way, but at least you put it there. Maybe there's something else that I don't know. 13, surprisingly easy, maybe because there's so many people across the pond that are enjoying this quiz. 72% of you. Oh no, sorry, I'm reading it completely wrong. Okay. No, you were all shit. 72% of you put F. I'm thinking F would probably stand for Ford. The actual answer, the only 3... I'm sorry, I've ruined it, haven't I? Because the correct answer that only 3% of you got was Buick. Buick was the only one that was... Hang on, let me just close this because we're getting how round. So 3%, only 3% of you managed to get that right. Sorry, that was the one that I got really, really excited about. Okay, tough one. The next one, the Matador that rides on horseback. 40% of you said T. I don't know. I don't know what that. I don't know what the T could stand for. 20% of you said P. 20% of you said C. And the 20% would be right if you said picador. Picador is the right answer. Number 15, you either know or you don't know. It's one of those ones. The only word in the English language that ends in MT, 65% of the people right here, right now, doing the quiz have obviously been to a previous quiz and they've heard me ask that question. And the answer is dreamt, 65% of you. And then your final one, which is very bloody good, like 33% of you, the canton, the halyard and the field, 33% of you were correct in knowing that it was a flag. A flag. Why don't you click on? There we go, a flag. The canton is like the background. The halyard is that bit in the top left-hand corner. And then the halyard, sorry, no, whatever. Just look at that thing and work it out. I get so excited about statistics, and I think that was really, really good.